Next up, at UFC Paris.
You kind of look like Dara. That looks like you.
The pouty lips. I'll take it. How you doing? We got Darya taking on Ailin Perez. Ailin Perez, 10-2 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She has on a nice 3-fight win streak. Darya, 9-1 in her career, 4-1 in her last 5. She's coming off that close decision win a full 6 months ago. We know Ailin Perez.
I was at that fight.
Wow, that's amazing. We know Ailin Perez by now. Some people know orifice, while other people just know how she fights. I'm in the I know how she fights category. She's a forward pressure wrestler who will stay in your face.
Did you see Merab in her?
No. Is Merab like, is he not, he's Muslim, right? Is he not like a
well, listen to this.
Is he not like a practicing Muslim?
The video is her she starts twerking. He rips off his shirt, walks up behind her, and as he slaps her on the ass, he says, "Can I touch it?" And he starts slapping her on the ass, and she starts just laughing. But he didn't even he didn't waste any time. Like, there was no like, "Can I touch it?" And her would be like, "Yeah." Rips his shirt off, gets behind her, goes, "Can I touch it?" And just starts slapping her on the ass, dude.
Oh, so he's not. He said Merab's not a Muslim. That makes more sense because he doesn't act like one. He's very free with the ladies. All right. Well, there we go. We got Ailin Perez. Some of you know the inside. Some of you know the outside. Some of you know the wrestling technique. And while she doesn't have the cleanest wrestling technique, she will move forward and she will shoot takedowns and she will stay in your face. We've seen some performances out of her where she has nothing but gas for a full 15 minutes and others where she does tend to slow down but makes things happen. She is a nonstop grappler, and she's going to need that in this fight. She's coming off that win over Jocelyn Edwards, where I was like, yeah, this should be a close fight. Jocelyn's very good. But she had 6 takedowns and a knockdown in that fight. Ailin Perez continues to improve, and anybody talking about an OnlyFans fade, that should not apply to somebody like Ailin Perez. She's taking on Darya Zheleznyakova. She's a come-forward striker. I got there, honestly. She's a come-forward striker. She's going to throw everything at her opponent. She'll big, heavy 1-2s. She'll throw legs, body kicks, heavy knees. She'll wrap you up into a clinch and fire away from there. She likes to walk you down. She likes to outwork you. Everything she throws is with intent. There's no lazy jab. There's no setups. Everything is to do damage. She is coming off the decision win over Montserrat Rendon, where I also thought that was a bad decision. Montserrat was moving forward.
I'm sure you did.
Montserrat had
I'm sure you did. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
She had 3 takedowns in that fight and looked pretty good doing it. That's my one and only concern here. My one and only concern is we literally just saw a fight where Darya was getting taken down and she still won that decision. Pretty straightforward. And that could happen here, but I still think Ailin Perez gets it done. I think she just stomps forward, gets her takedowns, avoids the striking. Her control kind of sucks, but it doesn't matter because you stand back up and there's a takedown right behind it. Pretty confident in Ailin Perez here. I think these odds are fine. If anything, a bit of a discount because of the clash of styles. What do you think, Jakey Boombalats?
Yeah, I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. She should be able to get the takedowns, and she's going to be more active than Redon on top, looking for strikes, looking for submissions, whatever it is. So, Ailin's a pick.
There we go. All right. Yeah, that was super.
Hey, who gives a fuck?
Well, the people watching tend to.
Yeah, guys. So Ailin's got a real nice jab. Her footwork on her when she throws the 2-3. It could be a little bit tighter, right? She gets that right foot a little bit wide. But, I think it's getting real solid. She's got a nice boxing coach that she's been working with. And, the entries on the takedowns, good single, good double, 2 good trips, inside, outside trips. We'll get a girl on her hip and she'll toss her down as well. Keeps control well, right? Really good in the half guard position when she's on top. Really good keeping control. And like Angelo said, if a girl gets back up, she'll go right back on her. She's getting right back on those tips, getting right what Angelo would call a mat return, right? The old mat return for wrestling.
Right, shut up. We're done here. A Sharp Brother said, you sound like some MMA betting channels. If he was referencing just everything on the screen in Tapology, then that is every other breakdown channel. She is 5-0 in her last. Just reading what's on the screen in a monotone voice, wondering why the views aren't there. We are aligned here. There's not a ton of fights on this card where we are squarely on the same side.
Only 6.
This is what?
Only 6 of the fights that are we aligned on. What did you hear? Whoa. What?
Yeah, but we do agree here. I also like the over 2.5. Ailin's money line and the over 2.5 are basically the same price, so you can go ahead and explore multiple options there that would account for a weird Daria decision. But I think we're good here. $9,100 in DraftKings Fantasy seems expensive, but Ailin is worth her money. Ailin is worth her money because of those takedowns, because of the control time, the volume, and all that. So I will probably have her in my lineup at that pretty pricey $9,100.
Oh, that's Rio crayons. We only agree on 6 of them.
Okay. If you do want to unlock all the picks, the bets, the round line leans, the artificial intelligence, the tools, and literally the most comprehensive suite on this planet, you can do so now. WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. At the top, it's $10 for an entire month. That includes UFC 307. What the hell are you laughing at?
No.
Okay. We do have a super chat, $1.99 from the Combat Chameleon. Don't join the Discord and complain about Jacob's take. I don't know if that is.
Oh, that guy was.
Somebody.
There was a guy that came in today, and I was like talking to somebody else or something. I was like, I was talking about the co-main event. I was talking about the Brendan Allen fight, and we'll break down later. But I basically said, like, if I was game planning for Brendan Allen, I would do this, this, this. And he replied, he's like, dude, why are you acting like you're fighting him? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, this is a game plan. And he was like, just turning like complete troll. And I was like, dude, I was like, why are you here? He's like, I want to have MMA discussions. I was like, well, you're in our fucking Discord, and you're just trying to troll. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
And interrupted an MMA discussion to say stop talking.
And he was there for like 2 hours, and he just fucking left the Discord. So I was like, all right, well, fucking.
A lot of
You used to call me on my cell phone.
Okay, we gotta